Live from inside the set of 2.5 Men. Not Another Podcast. Sitting across from me is Mr. Alphabet Soup himself, Jordan Gasparotto.
And sitting across from me, giving me failed frets, I think, is Mr. Jacob Bella. Alphabet Soup guy, what?
Threat?
Yeah, it just seemed like it was a fret.
Why would that be a threat?
Like your Alphabet Soup drinking. I'm like, whoa!
No, I called you Mr. Alphabet Soup.
Mr. Alphabet Soup,
Yeah.
jeez. Ugh.
Yeah,
That's really, I don't know, I feel... Ugh.
Yeah, have you ever heard of word vomit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you are.
Oh,
Alphabet
right.
Soup.
All right,
You're pre-prepared word vomit.
Oh, okay. Oh, in that case, I
Yep.
guess it's kind of a, nice little
Yeah, it's like
pet name.
it's like a smart idiot sort of vibe.
I think I was an idiot savant, but okay.
All right. Well, welcome to Not Another Podcast. I'd like to thank everyone for listening again.
Yes,
this is
thank
our 11th episode.
Yeah, and
Fuck.
it's season 2.
Me.
Season 2.
No, I'm not going to call it season 2. I'm
Seasons?
just going to call it episodes.
Fuck.
We just needed to rush those girls off. So we told them it was a season end just to make them feel bad or make them feel good.
Never
about
sleep
themselves.
with anyone you work with.
Why? You still talking to her?
Well, she's like a vac.
She's like a what?
No, I forget. But she's like
she's a Hoover?
She's like a Hoover, yeah. Yeah, she just keeps calling me and she said, "So you gonna come to my house? You awake?" No, that's yeah, and we're still having sex. So moving on. How are you? Good.
Oh, yeah, great week.
Great week.
Yep. Actually, no. It's like the complete juxtaposition of last week. It's the opposite. No anticipation. No excitement. It's all just
Dude, it's
fucking
Easter next-
nitty gritty work.
It's Easter next week. Literally, a guy gets nailed to a cross. If that's not the most interesting part of your month, I don't know what is.
All right, I know what I'm going to do now. In my next week, or coming up to this weekend at least, I'm definitely going to watch. What's that?
Passion of the Christ?
Yes, Passion of the Christ.
Am I invited to this thing? Because I want to see Passion of the Christ.
Have you ever watched it?
No.
Oh fuck, let's watch it.
I remember I was watching. There was like I had a friend next door in like this big mansion,
Yeah.
and his grandmother had a pirated copy of Passion of the Christ, and it was this massive TV. And I walked into the living room, and it was just her just sitting there, and it's like, and I'm just like, I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah, dude, I've watched it
yeah.
once, and I thought, that's it, never gonna watch that again. But actually feeling like I need to watch some suffering. Like, all religion aside, it is quite an interesting story. Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So
Let's do
that's
it.
kind of what I want to watch.
Easter special, and it'll be Easter Sunday when we release the next week's episode.
Okay,
So
cool,
there you
man.
go.
Oh wow, we do not take holidays off, do we?
No,
Lovely,
lovely,
lovely.
ladies working on the block. You can tell there's no seasons now, but you could tell we took a massive break. No, we didn't. We're just naturally like this.
Yes. Wow.
Want to know about my week?
Yeah, I want to know.
I want to make an apology. This happened just today, so technically part of my week. We bumped into one of your friends,
Yeah,
Mr. Nathan
Tomsick.
Thompson. And I've met him before, and we were extremely, extremely stoned. He's like, "Hey, man, I remember you." And I'm like, I don't know this guy. Like, I'm pretty good with faces. I'm like, I don't know this guy. And Jake's like, yeah, because we were like high as fuck. I'm like, was he? Oh, like shirtless. I didn't recognize him without his shirt on. And then I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Nathan, if you listen to this on your trip around America, just, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he has a cute dog. The dog's named Yoshi.
Yoshi, yeah.
It's this tiny Pomeranian-looking Chihuahua thing. I don't know what it is exactly, but it looks vicious when you get close, but then it looks like so cute when it's so like from a distance.
Oh, man.
Oh man,
Beautiful fur, too.
it's just like those small dogs to be kind of like that. It's just like,
You got kids? No? You want them?
yeah. So yeah. Wow. So that's all you've done this week?
That's all I done. It was
Have you
really
caught up on anything interesting?
Finished Umbrella Academy.
Okay.
Ending was a bit set up, but I'll gladly watch. I want to buy the comics, so I want to read the comics now.
Okay.
So that'll be a fun little.
Yeah, I wouldn't invest in the comics or anything like that, but I'm keen to see where it's going. I think they ordered a second season already, right?
Yes.
So
yeah,
that's worth exciting looks at and stuff like that. Man, me, I've honestly worked late all week. So I haven't actually even been able to cook this week. Finn's had to pick up the cooking
All right.
side of the thing. So I get HelloFresh.
Yes.
So it's like cooking on easy mode.
Mm-hmm.
So we get all of our food delivered to us that we need, and then the recipe's quite straightforward. The first night she killed it. Like it was like, just a few items.
What was the dish that she killed?
Portuguese chicken.
Ooh.
It was Portuguese chicken with potatoes, and I think it was just a salad after that, like a salad on the side. So that was nice, but pretty easy, like pretty basic stuff. The next one was a bit more hard, and she had to deal with like making a special rice.
What was it?
It was another chicken dish. I think it was Jamaican rice and chicken or something like that.
What makes it Jamaican rice?
The jerk recipe, like the jerk.
I thought it was the marijuana body. Rastafarian.
You sounded like an Englishman with a swollen tongue.
Love the body and
Did you ever watch Cool Runnings?
No.
I only listened to John Candy.
Because if I finish that movie, John Candy's now officially dead. If I don't watch that movie,
that's right. You've always said that.
Yeah.
So you've never watched Cool Runnings?
No, because if I watch it, he's dead. There's no new John Candy material.
Yeah, that's how Christians feel about watching Passions of the Christ. They're like, can't watch it. Why? If I watch it, it's dead.
But he comes back.
I don't know if he comes back in that film.
I was thinking that, I'm like, does he? Because it's
I want to know.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's
tune in next week. Whoa!
I'm just gonna hire some guy to come in and be like, hey, what are you doing? And Jake's like, here's the money. I'm like, motherfucker! History repeating itself.
So I didn't know if I was gonna share this on my podcast. Oh, sorry, on our podcast. Sorry, I misspoke. I misspoke.
Freudian.
Jordan. Stop touching
Freudian
me.
speak.
Stop touching me, Jordan.
Liam Neeson misspoke.
Okay, get out of here, you black bastard. So I found a bike. A road bike, like a bicycle.
Yep. Roadworthy.
It's totally roadworthy. I was walking to work one day, and I was like, "Oh, that's a really good looking bike," because I'm always checking out bikes. They're really cool. And I'm like, "But that didn't look like it was chained down." I'm like, "Too bad. I'm on my way to work. What's the point? Like, I'm not gonna. It's obviously someone else's, right?" I come back probably after 9 hours. Sun's down. That bike is still there.
Hey, it's Redfern rules, dude. If the sun's down, it's still there. Yours,
dude. Yeah. The flyers were tat. The tires were flat, and the tires were flat, and it had like a helmet like over the handlebars. I think that was like, here I need to get rid of this. Just put it on the side of the road. Someone will take it, sort of thing. I took it home, pumped up the tires. I'm like, if they stay plumped up, I'm like keeping it. I'm going to go for a ride tomorrow, all that sort of stuff, and I'll sell my old bike. So that's what I'm doing. It stayed pumped. It's a really good bike. I upgraded from a $300 bike to a $600 bike. Boom. I'm so happy. Obviously, if anyone's judging me from now, but feel free to email in because I've convinced myself that I have not stolen this bike. I don't believe that I've stolen this bike because of all the telltale signs. I left it there for 9 hours.
The owner left it there.
It wasn't locked. I don't know. I reckon it was mine from the first time I saw it. It wasn't chained up. The tires were flat. It had a helmet just on the side, like here, like have the whole kit. It had a bike chain on it, but it was all like wrapped up in its little pocket of like, where you keep it on the bike while you're riding.
Yeah, that's weird.
And it didn't have a key on it or anything like that. Or it wasn't locking around anything. It was just there. So I was just like, if that's not free game, I don't know what is.
I kind of wish, like, we were walking by the area and you were telling me the story too. Yeah. And I just had a thought, like, wouldn't it be funny if there was like two cops there just taking down notes, and there's like this guy just like, yeah, and it was right there, man. I put it on the lock, and the lock was there. What type of sick fuck would do it? And then now you're afraid of riding your bike around, just like, wait a minute, that's my bike.
Actually, that happened. That police conversation happened, and I have audio of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go to it real quick.
Sure.
Okay. Hello, Sergeant Detective Olsen here.
Oh, hi, Sergeant Detective Olsen. Well, that's a mouthful. I left my bike here, and it was my bike, and my mom bought it for me on my birthday.
All right, you're gonna have to slow down. Can you please? I need a few details. Where do you live, sir?
With my mom.
Okay, yep. That's
top
with your
floor.
mom. Yep, top floor.
And
Yep, gotcha.
what she did, she bought it for my birthday because my old bike got stolen.
Yes.
And then I left it outside in the
let's
morning.
stop for a second.
Yeah.
Your old bike got stolen?
Yeah, my old bike got
Okay,
stolen.
so how long ago was this?
About 10 years.
10 years ago?
Yep.
Okay, and so now it's been 10 years, no bike.
10 years, no bike.
And you didn't lock that one up,
No.
and it just got stolen.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like your fault. Okay.
Okay.
Let's fix that
I'll
up.
take that on the chin.
Yep. Okay. And next.
And she bought me a bike for
Yeah.
my
So you got a new bike this year.
20th birthday
So
because
20 okay. Wow.
10 years.
You do not seem 20.
well, you know.
don't look a day past 14.
Okay, well, thanks.
Okay.
But well, what I did was we recently moved.
Yep.
From the suburbs.
Yep.
I'm not comfortable saying the suburb.
Okay, that's fine.
But
well, now you're here in Redfern, so
why'd you say the suburb, man?
okay. What?
People are walking by and they know I live here and I'm living in Redfern.
Well, look, Redfern's a very dangerous place for bikes. So if you want to look after them, make sure you clip them to something, even a tree.
Is it hot out here or is it just me?
Okay, look, I'm just wondering, did you at any point lock your bike up? Did it get broken?
Well, no, what I did was I was going to take it out for a spin.
Okay.
Because the bike guy
Yep.
said you have to break into it like new shoes.
Yep.
And I thought, I forgot my water bottle. So I walked upstairs and then I kind of forgot. I just kind of forgot. And Rick and Morty was on
Okay.
TV and I was just watching it, you know.
So how long did you leave it out there?
Oh God, it was early morning, around maybe 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I looked outside and it was dark, and I went downstairs and it was gone, and then I waited a whole day.
Okay, so I'm sorry. It seems as though you left it out there for 9 hours.
Well, it wasn't the 12
that's
hours.
officially not your bike. I think you waited 10 years to get another bike
No,
and you haven't.
no. Oh,
All right,
sorry.
Look,
sorry.
we're gonna have
hey,
to just.
man, watch the fuck out,
All
dude.
right,
Jesus
let me
Christ.
just radio this in. Yeah, it's a closed case. We're not gonna hire this bike. It's not his bike anymore.
Yeah, it was that bike. Wait, what? Those two guys.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, they bumped into me.
What? Yeah, what?
Yeah, and they were talking about a bike. And
Wait,
then they
I didn't hear that. I wasn't.
Well, no,
yeah.
I think they took it.
Who? Like I don't.
The giant hairy man.
They don't have a bike. They're walking.
No, the little man and the giant
Yeah, the little.
fur
They're just
thing,
walking.
that's
They
his
don't
friend.
have a
He
bike. Why
did-
do you mean they stole it?
I think they stole it, sir.
How do you know
It's
that?
a hunch.
Okay,
It's a hunch,
look,
sir.
we don't follow hunches here. We're not the New South Wales Federal Police.
Oh
We're
God.
Redfern local police.
I didn't-
Okay,
God.
thank you. We're gonna have to call it a day
Oh
here.
no.
All right,
Oh no, not again.
we'll see you later. Yeah, dude,
Wow.
so interesting.
Yeah,
it seems
fuck.
like they almost got the case. I love
Almost,
cold
yeah.
cases like that.
The criminals always return to the scene of the crime.
They do. It's so true, and it's always your neighbor too.
So, you know.
Cool. So yeah, that's it. It's a fucking great bike. I bought a phone mount for it so I can put my phone on it and ride. It rides fun. It rides well. I hit 60 kilometers on it. Yeah.
That's a lot of.
That was me doing laps around
That's a lot of-
Centennial Park.
That's a lot of pedaling.
Yeah.
It's a nice little pedal.
Well, the way the gears work aren't like how I thought they would.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes 1, 2, 3. When you go 3, it's so hard to pump. But once you're at the right speed, it's natural. Like it feels good.
That's good.
So that it's almost to help you pump fast and not. It's almost to help you to get faster but not go up hills.
Oh, we all know Jake likes to pump fast. Did the boom-tish.
Okay, boom tish.
Boom-tish.
Say it again.
Jake likes to come hard.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
All right, pump hard. I think is what
Whatever,
yeah,
whatever.
or pump fast.
You're both disappointed. Hey,
Cool.
Tag team that shit, man.
All right, yeah. So that obviously was the highlight of my week.
Stolen bikes and broken apologies.
My bike was stolen.
My bike was stolen.
We are the bikey
Bikey
boys.
boys.
We are the bikey boys. Wait, we'll create a song for that. No, oh, that's terrible.
Jake just stole a bike. Gotcha, you bastard!
Dear Pike, I love you with your matte black features and your rubber gum walled tires, and you're all the way down to the iPhone mount that you have. I can't wait to ride you. I love you, bike.
Just the other side of that story. Just play that one more time.
All right.
Dear diary, I lost a bike, and well, mom's not going to be happy. that the police officer bought that my mom's still alive, but really she's just a headless corpse in the master bedroom that I also sleep in. So good thing you didn't come upstairs. I need a new bike.
Is that better?
Hi.
We are the bikey boys.
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 Make sure you unplug your camera. Don't ever surveil where you leave your shit, because then you can't find how they got stolen.
Boom. We are the bikey boys.
We are the bikey boys.
Go make sure your bike isn't stolen. Put your camera on so it doesn't get stolen.
Oh man, I've never heard that one. That's actually really good.
That's good. That's by accident.
We are the bikey boys.
Watch out, Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, wow,
I
shit.
feel like we're pretty safe.
We're Jordan. We're teaching Jordan rhythm training, away from that.
I can't do rhythm training.
Yeah. We'll give you some maracas. You get there eventually. Cool. Wow. Wow. That was a good segment.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Steal more shit.
steal some more.
And then I
shit
went
and
into her
talk-
house like, down. It's like, shut up, you bitch.
We should steal podcast. This is the Joe Rogan podcast.
I'm an MC fighter. I'll fight you, Wesley Snipes. I don't know why Joe Rogan's Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna put you in the headlock, brother. I'm gonna talk about politics and weed laws.
All right. So let's roll some ads.
Let's roll some ads.
Yep. All right. So this next one, it comes from.
Hi. I spent a 30-second spot, and well, someone stole my bike, and you better make sure you give it back. Don't change any of the. Don't pump the tires, because I don't want your filthy air in my tires. You better not change the seat, because that's a good seat. That's a very phallically looking seat. My mom that I helped out. She bought it for me because I lost it 10 years ago. All right, we're back. What the fuck was that guy, man?
Yeah, that wasn't the ad I wanted. He just came in and squeezed in. I've got another one here for you, so I'm gonna just put that up if you don't mind.
Audio Jungle.
New from your bike store. It's called the Bike Chain. Bike Chain. It comes with 2 keys so you don't lose one. And then you can unlock and you find the nearest pole and you put it through your bike frame and then you lock it down to the pole. Bike frame. It's so that Jake doesn't walk past and find it with deflated tires and then try to jack it from you. Bike frame.
Jake wants a jacket.
Check your nearest Kmart or Target for a cheap bike chain.
Jake's jacking that.
Yeah, dude, I
I just love it with the first ad. I had the audacity to invite it to your house. Like, is that a bike?
No, I'm selling that one. That's a green bike. Actually, I'm in the market for a bike now. That's the one thing I was hoping. Like when I'm selling it, they're like, "Yeah, I don't know why my last one," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, what was it? It was a black. Oh shit, okay,
Like,
yeah."
blanking. Just
No. I'm taking it out of the house. I'm gonna say I'm like my next door neighbor. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm this number," and then roll out.
Oh, hey, bro. Oh, you're selling a bike? Oh, I need a bike.
I had someone message me about, like, I'm trying to sell this bike, and they're like, what size is it? I'm like, it's marked. I told you what size it was in the actual ad. And so I'm like, the frame is 52 centimeters.
So do you
and he's like, oh, thanks, that's it.
I just imagine with those things like, so do you full service? Is that what you... No, it's not a sex thing. It's a bike thing. Like, yeah. Okay, an
I'm
actual
not
bike?
trying to sell my wife.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
All right.
it's not easy to sell a bike these days.
It's not almost like people have cars.
Fuck you. Cool. So that rolls into...
Boom, 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 boom.
Wait, do you want me to do that? That rolls into... headlines.
Ba-da-dun-dun.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Do you want to start? With something?
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'm gonna stop you right there, Jordan. Look, I feel terrible. Look, the people that listen. They need me to give them the latest news about the internet, and by God, that needs to be accurate. And misinformation in this day and age, because there's so much information flying around the world.
Fake news.
I get the feeling that I need to just come back and let people know what happened. I screwed up last week.
Okay.
I think I jumped on this headline way too early, and I was unable to give the full story. Last week I said that there was a child that was found that was assumed to be abducted for 6 years.
I remember that.
Yes, and so he claimed to be a 14-year-old that was taken in 2011. And somehow like skipped the border and escaped from them and stuff like that. After DNA testing, they have found that this kid is not a kid. It's a 23-year-old man.
Did you just assume his gender?
No, it says it here, missing boy. It's a 23-year-old Ohio man that is just making complete false reports. Why do people do this?
Do you think like the whole time he's just like, oh man, I need a bit of excitement in my life. Why don't I pretend to be one of those stolen kids? And he goes through the database and prints out each photo and does, you think I look like this guy?
Well, the thing is though, what I believe is that it happens to a lot of people. I've spoken about this throughout the week because this came out not too long. This came out a while back now, like within the week. So I was able to talk to people already about it, and they said that this is actually quite a common thing in the missing child's kind of universe. People don't know where they're from, or they were adopted, or all that sort of stuff. And they put through the system, and they look through these photos, and they go, "That looks like me. Am I this person?" And so he actually could have thought that he was that person, but the timeline doesn't work out.
Yeah.
He's a 23-year-old man.
He's a 23-year-old man.
He should be working at Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. Or
you gonna eat that?
You gonna eat that?
Because they reuse the... Is that Chuck E. Cheese the one they reuse?
Yeah, they reuse the pizza slices.
That?
Yeah. We're putting it back in. So, so I'm sorry for everyone that may have been going and sharing this information that I shared last week.
The GoFundMe page we did will not be refunding, so...
Yeah, we'll take that directly to Jordan Needs a Prostitute for the Weekend Fund. All right, not now,
so
Jordan.
Many jokes,
it's close, okay?
It's, you know,
yep.
It's like an old sprinkler.
And have you got something, Jordan?
Yes, I do. A little bit of scientific fact here.
Ooh.
Now, I can't really convey it, so I want you to go on Google and look it up. They have released a photo of an actual black hole, what it looks like.
Yep.
And there it is. It kind of looks like, when you're a kid, I don't know, maybe just me, like you pull back your, and then it's like the little penis hole.
All right, man.
I just wanted to see. I waited all week to think of Jake's reaction to that. He's like, all right, man, I wanted you to break.
So I have something connected to this that I wasn't going to bring up in the podcast, but I have created a meme page on Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
And I've created a whole bunch of memes based around this black hole.
Bullshit.
No, I have. I have it. It's called True Science Memes.
All right.
But I'll show you them later. But so there's a whole bunch of screenshots that I've been taking and trying to edit in certain ways. So I wrote in this one, this is the first image, Into the Abyss. This is the first image of your ex-girlfriend's heart. Scientists have been able to put up with some serious shit to get close enough without getting absorbed full of darkness.
That's a good one. I like
all that sort of stuff. What else is there? There is...
There's a picture.
Yeah, that's a picture of me. I'm just scrolling through my pictures, guys. There's another one that says, when you're literally the most powerful and destructive entity known in the known universe, but weird apes like to make memes about you, cries in gravity.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Did you send me that?
No, I didn't send you that.
Because I've seen weird apes. Did you share it on Facebook?
I did share it on Facebook.
Okay, because I saw that. I'm like,
you might have seen
funny.
me.
Yeah.
And then other people, I started copying what they did now, and it's just showing the size difference and everything like that, which is pretty cool. And I was thinking of making a meme out of someone trying to show size difference because that's pretty funny.
You can always use my pee-pee.
Yeah, thank you.
Just squeeze back.
But yeah, so the memes currently coming out of it. Like I saw one where it zooms out and it's cat's eyes. It's really funny.
I like the Eye of Sauron one.
But yeah, what was I gonna? Okay,
Fuck
keep.
me, I guess.
Have you got anything more to add to that?
No, just fuck me.
Okay, because you heard about the whole story behind it, right?
Yeah, the algorithm that they...
The algorithm was created by a lady,
29 years old.
yeah, 29-year-old Katie Bowman. And I think like a lot of my friends, at least or like in my Facebook and my Instagram, they were quickly to jump on the fact that it was a lady that was able to be behind it instead of it just being like a faceless scientific movement. Like there was someone that like fucking like has worked a whole lot of work into this.
Good couple of years at least.
Yes, a couple of years.
Yeah, it's like...
I don't know, but like there was a picture of her with all her hard drives, and it was like 59 like not terabytes. What's about petabytes of data, just to find this one picture. Obviously, because it's black, you can't take pictures of it, right? It's the darkest of dark.
I don't know why they just did
Hilarious, Jordan. Fucking. So yeah, that is it is an amazing feat.
And have you actually seen it moving?
Once again, women have shown that they are very strong in the science area, just like Hidden Figures and stuff like that.
Have you seen the actual movement of it? There's actual movement of it, and it's like imagine like the pee hole. This is in a joke, and it like does like a.
It spins.
It like,
oh,
like
really?
a little...
Did they animate it?
I saw one where it was like...
Was that real, though, or is that just like what people assume?
It might be real.
Because I don't think... If we got one photo of that, this is just... We're tracking it now. But yeah, Cries in Gravity is pretty funny.
And it just sends out whale sounds.
So my whole like thought behind this creating meme page thing is I wanted it to be true science. So I wanted them to be still like very factual, like what are some of the things I've done? Like I've just like I talk about like chemical makeup of things, or like why we sweat, or human body facts like 75% water, all that sort of stuff. But then using like the current meme like standards. So a lot of people are doing the whole nobody. And then me sort of movement, so just trying to steal those ideas because they're memes, so you can do whatever, but then adding a science twist to them to be funny.
It's like Lucky Charms. It was like, oh, it's candy, I'm having fun.
They're marshmallows, did you know? Okay, cool. Next up, then, let's talk about Julian Assange. Julian Assange has recently been given up by the Ecuadorian...
How long has it been? 3, 4 years?
6 years.
6
years he was been in the Ecuadorian, what's it called? Embassy in England. And finally the US had made a treaty and are extraditing the fuck out of that guy. Wow. I thought they were going to Saddam Hussein him and like take him to a state where they hang still. He's got to get death penalty, right?
He could possibly know a lot more stuff that they want out, so they'll make a deal with him to be like, he'd spend 10, 15 years in prison.
Yeah, it's true.
Because the death penalty, you're going to get everyone saying, well, like, the stuff you were saying was dodgy. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I agree with the whole Julian Assange should be... like, some of the stuff he said was sort of like, they're being spied on, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. That we should know about, but sort of endangering soldier lives, like troop movements
he fucked
and
up.
then they can...
Definitely.
I don't agree with that at all, because when lives gets into it, fuck you. But if it's sort of like, oh, the government's doing this, like say in Guam or something, this is how they've been treated, 100% agree, should be accountable. But then if it's... So,
but yeah, so what was the embassy he was in again? Ecuador. Yeah, so it believed like from day one, they hated him being in the Ecuadorian embassy. He took up a whole space. He would leave the toilet seats up. he would call them all like the wrong names and all that sort of stuff. Consuela, come here, all that sort of stuff. I just
imagine like a little Latin maid be like, he always keeps the toilet seat up.
And it even got worse than that. He started balding, so his long white hair was being left everywhere, and then one of the people gave him a cat. And like, so he had to take care of a cat, and cat shit was everywhere. He wasn't taking care of the cat.
It's like Count Dracula living here. It's like
he
white
was the worst. So eventually they had to evict him, and so that's when good old Trumpy man said, "We'll take him off your hands."
I'll take him off your
And
hands.
the cat too.
Vote 3. And the cat, well, something may happen to the cat. I can't promise that. But
Actually, so what happens
Cat's
is
dead.
they're taking the cat and Julian Assange, but due to laws in America, they have to have them in separate places. So, like, like they have to put him into a prison and the cat into another separate prison because, the cat has to have special take care of and everything like that. No, is that over your head or
what?
like
Like
the Mexicans, like the people that go over and then they separate the kids of the
Okay,
parents? Okay, sorry, I thought that
I
was
thought you
gonna-
were doing like female prisons, like cat.
No,
I thought
no,
that's what-
okay, sorry.
alright, I thought-
just as good.
You got a whoosh sound on that thing? A whoosh?
I don't.
Whoosh.
But I have this. That's from my new bike. No,
Hey,
actually,
guys.
my new bike doesn't have a bell. That's really annoying.
Does now.
Move!
Ding, ding, ding.
Was that like the guy that rides a bike in England and he's like, "You're on the bike lane. Please get off the bike lane. I am coming."
I would imagine the guy from Monty Python in National Lampoon's Vacation. Oh, sorry, mate. He keeps falling off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So, a little bit of theatrical news right now.
Oh my globus.
So, you remember, actually, great thinking how we have to come back to some news stories.
Yep.
You remember a couple of months ago how Steven Spielberg
Yep.
was saying, well, Netflix isn't showing be a real contender because it
Yep.
doesn't show its things in. What are you setting up?
Nothing.
You're setting something up.
Yeah, if you play, like I said, if you play that anticipation game, it's going to be shit because
Fine.
no one wants to hear you going, "What are you setting up?"
Okay, all right.
Am I
Anyway,
right?
yeah.
Ever? So just avoid that
Because I know
in
you
the
to make
future.
me the joke.
Live note. All right, we're just going to have to take a sidebar right now. Hey, Jordan. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could not pay attention to what I'm doing on the computer because it's not very interesting to the listener, and at the end of the day, we're here for the listener.
I just don't want to be the part of the joke.
It doesn't matter, Jordan. It doesn't.
All right. Anyway, let's go
matter.
back.
Yeah.
So Netflix,
Yep.
because Steven Spielberg's like it is.
Yeah, shit.
Steven Spielberg. You done?
What?
You want to have this conversation? This is my podcast too. We're not even brothers. We're not even blood.
All right, we're good now? You over it?
No problems with sticking.
Just
you.
fucking
I'm
tell us
doing
about
it.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, and he says they don't put it in theaters and stuff. So Netflix has now gone into preliminary talks
Yeah.
with cinemas, what the fuck that is, to buy the Egyptian theater in Hollywood. Where, yeah, so they're gonna buy
That's
the
right next to the Chinese theater.
buy the Egyptian theater, and they're gonna weeknight do showings of the movie, and then they can do sort of what they've been doing in the weekdays, and then the weekends. They do lectures and
That's
sort of
nice.
special events.
Netflix definitely has the
Oh,
cash
yeah.
flow.
And they're just doing it as like, remember how we said we'll find a loophole, buy a theater? There
Yep.
you go. So then it'd be like, well, we'll play it for 2 weeks, which is the Academy's rule. Ta-da.
Fun fact.
Yep.
I totally forgot what the fun fact was. Oh yeah, Netflix. So Netflix originally started as a DVD loaning service, right?
Yeah.
So what would happen is you would order what DVD you want. In a couple of days, you get that DVD sent to you in this like special package and all that sort of stuff. You can seal it back, send it back when it's time to go back. Did you know they're still doing that in America?
Yeah.
And it's like it amounts to like I think 1% of all the viewers use it or something like that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So it's still like multi-million dollars worth of
You're
things.
still going to get people who
They went
just-
from 31 factories that do it
Yeah.
to now 17 over the last 2 years. But yeah, crazy, right?
as long as they keep up the demand.
It's still
Oh,
going.
Yeah.
People still want the DVDs because what it is a separate library. It's not the same
Yeah.
stuff on Netflix. It's a separate library as well. So for them, it's pretty useful. I'm glad we're not getting that here, though.
Yeah.
If anything, though, Australia needs that. But yeah, very interesting. I learnt that very recently, and
There
it's
you
cool
go.
that you brought up Netflix.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. For me, I've got another one that's come up. It's about Australian actor Jeffrey Rush.
Ooh.
Now, his name was recently dragged through the mud because, you know, the whole Me Too movement and everything like that.
Yeah.
So what happened was that got thrown out of court because it was a kangaroo court. Sorry, Australian joke. And then he sued back for defamation because Man, I
Yeah.
mean, his name is like this was fucking up people's jobs. If you were one of those people that were dirtbags, you're gonna get fucking Kevin Costner, you know, like not in movies anymore,
Costner.
sort of thing.
Kevin Costner's a dick, but he didn't get Me Too.
Yeah, but not in movies anymore.
Because he's a dick, not because
Okay,
he's
fine. I'll use who's that other guy from The Mummy, Brendan?
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, you're gonna get
he
Brendan
was Me
Fraser.
Too.
Was he?
Yes!
What did he do?
He wasn't Me Too. He got harassed by executives and stuff, like Terry Crews.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Oh,
That's why he
no.
did George of the Jungle too.
So yeah, at the end of the day, he sued for defamation and won.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much money he's gonna get back.
$850,000. I don't know if that's American.
Mental.
Australian.
Imagine that, because she was like, obviously, if it was fake, it was just to do for money.
You could say it was a gold rush.
That was good.
No.
Have you worked on that for a couple hours?
No, it just came to me.
Oh fuck! Good job.
Actually, I've read a few things where she was doing it privately, and the newspapers got caught, and then they used her name in it. So it was more of a, like she wasn't there to be like, I want to get jobs. Like, this is my face front and center. I feel like the newspapers also dragged her into the mud as well.
Yeah.
Once again, not gonna know the full story, but you know, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
That's great news. I love to see a bit of social justice.
With Jeffrey Rush.
Well, no, like not just with Jeffrey Rush, but with people that are victimized in these situations.
It's true. It's gone from no one believing anyone to now believing everyone. We need to find a firm middle.
Yep.
Yeah, that, you know, it's easier said than done.
Exactly. And that brings me to my end of my headlines. How about you, Jordan?
Netflix. Oh no, I got one more actually. One
Fuck yes.
more. So Teen Titans, which you should be the best show you're not watching right now on Netflix.
I tried. I actually did. I tried watching it, but I was like, I can't hear anything. I really couldn't hear anything. It was really weird. Like it didn't, like, I don't know why, but I was like, I can see the lips moving, but I couldn't make out any words.
Did you turn on mute? Fuck. Yeah. So they finally cast Batman.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, because it was always from behind, Bruce Wayne from behind, or Batman in the suit from behind.
Who's the actor?
Ian Glenn from Game of Thrones.
Jorah
Mormont.
Rockman. I thought he would have played The Thing. So, that's 2 weeks in a row I've made a Michael Chiklis joke, I think.
Oh, Michael Chiklis. What was the second Michael Chiklis?
No, I said
What was
Michael
the first
Chiklis
one?
last
Oh,
week.
right. I just
And you were like, you did The Thing.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, so he's gonna be Batman. So it's
Fuck
it's cool.
yes.
I'm like, when I first saw
That's kind of
yeah.
an aged Batman, isn't it?
Yeah, because
fine wine.
it looked like in the first season of Titans, from behind, it seemed like quite a young man.
How do you tell that with the cowling
just-
and everything?
When off the cowl, you see Bruce Wayne without the
with his
cowl.
hair.
So like when it's
Yeah, he has brown hair usually.
yeah, so when he's talking to Dick, like when Dick's being talked to, like at the police station, he'll be him and it'll be like a silhouette. And you can see like it's you can see it's Bruce Wayne, but
Yeah.
you don't see him. So
Did he have dark hair?
yeah,
So what are they
he
gonna
looked
do?
like someone who was younger.
How
So
are they gonna do it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. I will sign up for that.
I would. He'd be like, "Hello, Dick Grayson." I can't do it.
Imagine if it's English, Bruce Wayne being English.
I'm like, you spelled Alfred wrong.
Yeah. Oh, that would be better.
Yeah, I would have seen.
Yeah.
I could believe him as Alfred.
He could be he could age up a bit more and be more decrepit and become a fragile but yet firm Alfred.
Fine. Master Wayne.
Yeah. Jorah.
Jorah Mormont.
Speaking of,
Khaleesi.
in a
Game of
couple
Thrones.
days, Game of Thrones is coming.
Excited?
Am I excited? Does a bear talk to the bunny and say, does shit stick to your fur? And then the bunny says, no, it doesn't. And then the bear grabs the bunny and uses it to wipe.
Or you could have just used, did Jerry and Kate McCann neglect their daughter in Portugal? And the answer is yes. And then they're listening right now. Oh, Kate, I can't listen to it anymore.
The rumors are true.
We gave it to go again, but fuck. They keep bringing that shit up.
So yeah, I just went onto Reddit today,
Yes.
and as soon as I signed on, it asked right at the top. It's like, oh, who do you want to, like? It's a pool, like it's a It's one of those pools like Melbourne Cup Racing or something like that. So you get to pick like, you know, who do you think will be on the throne at the end of the game, like, you know, at the end of the whole series. And I don't know, I thought it'd be interesting to pick Arya Stark at this point. But she's pretty high up in the list of people that they chose.
Okay, so who's the top one?
The top one is Jon Snow. Everyone wants a
Obviously.
Jon Snow going on. But it wouldn't be Jon Snow, would it be? It would be Jon Sand.
Yeah, I give you that. I
Shit.
give you that. The fact you said Jon Sand, I'm like, all right, I love you, mate.
And
Dear diary, I just
obviously,
fell in love.
wait, what's that? Sorry, Jordan. It's wait, no, what? Oh,
Dear diary, I just fell in love with my best friend. I hope he loves me back. That's all I've got.
you have to sign it off.
Signed off, the co-host of Not Another Podcast. Me, Jordan.
No, there's a certain way to sign off.
XOXO. Gossip.
That's it. Yeah, you got it. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to fade out. Let me do that again.
XOXO. Gossip girl.
Cool.
All right, so my question, I can't see the screen because I'm not allowed.
I
on the
don't
screen
point you.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't give you screens.
So
We've got Jon Snow, Daenerys, Tyrion. Tyrion's pretty high up there too.
could be a Targaryen.
Imagine if it's Tyrion.
Could be a Targaryen.
Tyrion being a Targaryen.
King Aerys had a thing for his mother.
Oh.
Mm.
Interesting.
So
And then Nobody was an interesting one where like it becomes a complete democracy.
I'm pretty sure it's like I'm no one.
No,
Nobody.
it's not.
I
It's
think
not it.
I
It's
think
not
it is.
it.
I think it
because-
is. It's a clever way to do it.
No, it isn't it, you
I
piece
think
of
it is.
shit.
I think it is.
It says not playing the game. Arya Stark, the Night King, Sansa Stark, Jaime Lannister.
Who's the last one?
The last one is Euron Greyjoy.
Euron.
Euron Greyjoy. And do you know what? Like, the amount of people that are in these groups, so 88,000k, 49k, 31k have voted for the top ones.
Yeah.
He only has 948. Like, people have chosen him, like, oh yeah, I want him. Imagine that. That would be the fucking worst. And then imagine, like, a whole spin-off of Game of Thrones where it's just him being a king.
Oh, look at me, I'm a king. How does Euron sound anyway?
I can't believe he's coming back, too. Like, when he left, I was like, oh, he's a fucking pussy, yes.
Wasn't there... Keep going with your train of thought.
Yeah,
because-
so remember when he was having the meeting with all the...
Yeah.
With everyone, and then he saw it, and he's like, what I just saw scares the fucking shit out of me, and then, like, left, and said he was taking the fleet back, but he was going to get something.
The gold company?
Yes.
Okay,
He's going to get the gold company.
okay, because it's been a while since I've seen season 7.
Because
so
you haven't watched it yet, dude.
yeah, I gotta-
TikTok.
I know.
But yeah, the fact that Cersei lied to them.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Because he's pretty much been to... I don't know if he done in the show, but in the books he went to Valyria, which is where the Targaryens, and that's like a cursed land. So he's pretty much been to Valyria. That shit's fucked up because in the Targaryen history book, which of course I fucking read, one of the Targaryens goes to Valyria.
That's where the rock people are, aren't they?
No, that's close, but Valyria is like...
Okay.
Actually, I'm not too sure, but it's pretty much she starts having these maggots like fire out of her, and she just like rips apart and like Raiders of the Lost Ark shit. So it's fucked up, scary shit there. So the fact he saw a body come back alive, you're like, eh.
Oh, but he said that's the scariest shit I've ever
No,
seen.
he just said it as a like, oh, I gotta go now because
Yeah,
he has to
that's-
sell that he leaves.
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's so
Wow.
good. Yeah.
And then seeing Jaime Lannister leave.
Yeah.
Waiting for... I think Jaime's going to kill her.
Yeah.
Cersei.
Yeah. All right. Are we gonna go into quick theories?
Yeah,
or-
that's what
all
I'm
right,
doing
cool,
now.
Yeah.
That's what we've
Yeah,
slid into.
that's because I've read the books numerous. I've read the books numerous.
You've even read that
times.
other book that came out recently,
Yeah, the
right?
Targaryen Kings Part 1, which I'll be waiting for Part 2. George, that and the Winds of Winter, in your own time. But yeah. So in the prophecy, it's sort of Valga, which means Valerian for brother. So she thinks, oh, Tyrion's gonna kill me. There's no way Jaime's gonna kill me.
Yep.
My younger brother is Tyrion.
Yep.
Technically, Cersei was the firstborn because she came out first. So Jaime's going to be her little brother. There you go.
Boom.
Jamie kills her.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I also want Jamie to join the Night's Watch because there's a theory online, and I'm in love with it, where Jamie starts off as a white cloak, and he's a dishonorable. So the King's Guard has white cloaks, and he's meant to be the paragon of virtue. He's a piece of shit, fucks his sister, blah blah blah, pushes kids out the window, and at the end he becomes honorable. He's like
He has. Like,
yes, yeah.
It's really funny. I saw this meme recently, and it's like watching the early Game of Thrones with my mum to get her caught up before it starts, trying to explain why Jaime Lannister's her favorite character. Yeah. And being like, see that kid that just pushed see that guy that just pushed that kid out the window? He's my favorite. The one that fucks his sister and killed the kid.
And then he becomes Lord Commander of the Night's Watch because he has to rebuild the wall.
Yep.
Obviously. So he's given his honorable white cloak for a dishonor, which is considered to be the lowest of the low, and he has more honor as a Night's Watch Lord Commander than he did as the King's Guard Lord Commander. That would work. I loved it. I just love that.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, so good. Make him the 1,000th Lord Commander.
Is he what?
I think they're on like 198
really?
or something.
Okay.
And then Griff
900 something.
900. I think John's 998, and then I think they made. You know that guy in the Night's Watch with the long black hair and he's like always quipping? Yeah. I think they made him 199 or 99, and then Jamie will become, hopefully. Okay. Or maybe I'm off by 1 or 2.
Okay. Well, Jordan, I hate to cut you off there.
Yeah, do it.
But we've got to move on to our new segment.
Okay, what's the new segment?
Our new segment. We welcome in Gene Stevens.
Gene Stevens?
Gene Stevens.
Oh, well, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to walk out of here, man.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to leave you guys to it.
All right, no worries.
Gene, what was it? Gene Stevens?
Gene Stevens.
Gene Stevens.
Gene Stevens.
Fuck you guys. All right, see you, man. Call me when you're done.
All right. Hey, how's it going, everyone? From Not Another Podcast, I'm Gene Stevens, and you're watching Fake Ones, where fake questions and even faker people. Today, we're going to start off our time on this podcast with a special guest, George Lucas, the creator of the movie Willow. George Lucas, welcome.
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I think it was a little bit of a mistake there.
What do you mean?
I want to go back and repolish it.
No.
Star Wars.
What about Star Wars?
Oh, I did Star Wars.
You did Star Wars?
The original and Indiana Jones.
Very interesting.
Then I did Willow, and I also produced Howard the Duck.
All right, tell me more about this Star Wars movie. What happens?
Well, it's a...
what happens in it? Start from the beginning.
Well, let me start. I started off as I was watching Kurosawa films, and I wanted to do a space fantasy, like when I was a child with Flash Gordon. So it's going to be 9 parts, it was going to be...
Whoa, nine parts?
9 parts.
You must have been doing this for a while.
Oh, since the 1975, I think. And
very interesting.
well, what we did was we're going to do...
Who's in it?
Well, let me get to that. 9 parts, and, get to that later. But stars Harrison Ford.
Okay.
And you know him from American Graffiti?
Yeah.
Seen Air Force One?
I've seen Air Force One.
Yeah, he's also Indiana Jones, you piece of shit.
I don't know who that is. What's that? Can you tell me the story of that one?
You're not a cinephile, you're a pedophile. Yeah, so how about that? Sorry, it's a little joke, between you and me.
Can you not touch my knee? I think, we've got this separation of table here just so you don't...
Well, I'll give you 4 billion reasons why I can touch your knee.
What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, after a while, I pretty much raped Star Wars for all it was worth. And, Disney's like, hey, $4 billion, I'll take it.
Okay, so 4 billion you're close with Disney, are you?
Well, more they pay me money for my baby, and I occasionally come and say hello.
Okay, so let's talk about Willow. See, this is obviously the most popular part of it. You've never seen Willow?
Never seen it.
You made it, though.
I directed the whole movie closed eyes, just like that.
Okay.
Okay, action. Didn't give him direction. I don't give direction.
Okay, so what was your thoughts behind creating Willow then?
Well, what it was, R2-D2, because you're not really familiar with Star Wars, is a droid. He's not the homosexual one.
I thought that was the stuff you spray on bikes to make the wheels.
I think that's WD-40. That's also where I got the name from. But
okay.
You seem to know a bit more than you lead on. And, Well, the tall gold one, from it's from an old movie which I forget. Fuck it. And,
Lost in Space.
Not Lost in Space. Metropolis. It was a German film, silent. It was the basis of C-3PO.
Was it during the war?
We don't. I don't know. I was.
Okay. Where were you during World War II?
I was in my dad's ball sack.
Okay, so you.
I wasn't conceived yet. You know?
Okay.
You know. They thought of doing George, but they hadn't it hadn't come to fruition.
All right.
You know? And well, R2D2, the actor's like, well, you know, I'm here all day. I want to just act. You know, and he's like, all right. So I thought of a story about a little dwarf wizard.
Okay.
And this little girl who could also be a dwarf. Okay. And, they go on
So what was the idea of giving him a spell book that was almost the same size as him?
Well, my grandmother was a witch, and the Grimoire is, in pagan law, is sort of the spell book.
Yeah.
And she'd always be like, don't touch that little George. It's not for you yet. You know, you're not the firstborn girl. My sister got the book, and I've been jealous ever since, so...
All right, so I'm so glad that you're here, but I'd just like to get back to what this Star Wars thing. So it seems to be a big deal in your life.
Big deal, you know. It was it wasn't quite the first blockbuster. Steven Spielberg, because I'm friends with him.
What
Stevie.
You call him Stevie?
Well, Steven Spielberg did Jaws, and that was the first blockbuster. And then I came around the year with the little movie called Star Wars.
Okay.
Stars Carrie Fisher. You know Carrie Fisher?
She's dead, right?
Yeah, very recently.
Yeah, I heard that she died.
Yeah. Well, she was Princess Leia. Yeah, Princess Leia.
Leia Cake, like Lya.
No, she's Princess Leia, the princess of Alderaan, which gets destroyed in the movie. Alderaan.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say...
like a city or something?
They said Boulder Run, and I said, no, Alderaan. And they're like, all right.
So, okay, get back to the story. So what happens?
So what it is essentially the Imperial...
How does it start? I'd like to know.
Well, it starts with title crawl.
Okay.
Which comes back to, as I said before, the Flash Gordon serials.
Okay, and when is this held?
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Okay, that
was Brian De Palma's idea. He did... it
wasn't you. You didn't
I did Scarface. He wrote it. It was just going to be space, the final frontier. These are the stories of Darth Vader. And then
like he said, Law and Order. You wanted a Law and Order beginning.
Well, Law and Order hadn't been invented yet.
These
it was just
stories.
Conceptual in Dick Wolf's mind. Okay. Hadn't quite materialized.
But he was in World War II.
Probably. I don't know. Just going, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And, well, pretty much it. Just, Brian De Palma did Scarface. Mm-hmm. He wrote little lines like, say hello to my little friend. So he's catchy.
Yeah, very catchy. That's
long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Because I had 9...
He created the Is Pepsi Okay line as well.
In what?
The ads for Pepsi.
Oh, right. Well, I didn't know that. I don't talk to him much anymore.
Yeah.
Ever since the fallout between Brian De Palma and Francis.
Do you know I'm also famous for a few sayings.
Oh, what'd you do?
I invented "That's what she said," but no one gives me the credit.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I thought I heard it to a Black Junkie in 1985. He's like, "That's what he said."
That was me.
All right.
I gave it to him.
I thought he gave you the AIDS. Sorry, a little joshing around.
You got to stop touching my knee, please.
What are you going to do about it?
Okay.
So, 12 parts is the Star Wars movies. 12 parts.
Okay, so you want to start from the beginning, then?
Yeah, I was...
So it starts with...
an
another galaxy... Not a
long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Then there's a title crawl.
Yeah.
All right. And
what does it say on the title crawl usually?
You got to ask Brian De Palma. I just closed my eyes in that part. No, you're laughing one. You always laugh. Child's laugh is.
So please tell me more about.
Let me fucking just finish. How about that?
So can I please ask you a question?
Sure.
Did you have anything to do with Indiana Jones?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite scene?
The scene where Harrison gets his shirt off.
Okay.
He's wounded.
You know what my favorite scene is?
What is?
When anything goes. You know that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene.
Actually it was going to be a bigger, more majestic musical number.
Yeah.
But the girl at the time, who's now Stevie's wife, 4 beautiful girls they have.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And,
are you the godfather?
3 of them.
Oh, what happened to the other one? You said that so quickly.
You right there, buddy?
What happened to the other one?
It could be the father. And she got sick on the day, and she's like, "Can I just do anything goes?" I'm like, "All right."
Okay.
and history was born.
Yeah, it was a beautiful start.
Do you like
to the
Temple of
film.
Doom?
Temple of Doom's my
Is
favorite.
that your favorite one?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Why do you say that?
Because Last Crusade's a more fun one. With Sean Connery.
If you do say so yourself.
It was James Bond. And Harrison and Sean are 7 years apart, but they play father and son.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well, as I said before, my favorite scene is Harrison.
that was in World War II, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you know about World War II
Well, I used to watch the serials while eating cereal.
in Auschwitz? Or?
No, not Auschwitz.
What side were you on in World War II?
Well, I was in my dad's ball sack, and I never found out what
What
his
side
side
were
was.
his?
He was American. He was a soldier. He was fixing cars. I love cars.
Okay.
Yeah, great car guy. I was in an accident as a young man.
Yep.
And
Actually, that was the one interesting thing I found out about you is that you do like cars so much, but you created Willow where there were no cars or any vehicles.
I created American Graffiti because I was in a car accident. Speeding. With Francis.
Yeah, is that
Francis
what happened to your
Ford Coppola.
neck?
Yeah, that's that's that one.
Is that why you have that big what's it called there?
Oh, goiter.
Goiter. Okay, it's a goiter.
Yeah, people are like, where'd your own money go? And bought a few houses, provide for my love child. And, I got married, and the rest of it went in the goiter. These are the Disney shares.
Yeah, wow, it really
I keep them
jiggles
on
in the
my neck.
sun. It really.
I keep them in my neck.
Really jiggles.
Bob Iger's just like, hey, you want to sell some of your shares? I'm like,
You have a
no.
lot of money. Why wouldn't you get rid of it?
Well, no, I want to keep it,
Okay.
Some if you want to sell your baby, just get it for $1 and just be like, all right, I'm going to spend it.
Okay.
I'm going to keep this $1,
Well,
A little bit of upkeep,
well, that's all the time we have.
I just want to
George.
announce I've actually going to redo the Frequel, which is the sequel trilogy of my 18-part saga that I've created from the start.
Okay.
All right.
And that's all we have time for. Thank you so much, George Lucas, for dropping by.
Nice to
And
meet you. See you. Where was the other guy?
The
here?
other,
There was you do a podcast with a co-host.
I just still don't know. What
Well, no, there was a tall guy, and I thought when I saw him, he had the energy of a young Harrison Ford.
all right, that's all we
He's
have
a
the
little
time
bit
for. Thank you so much, George Lucas. All right, that was Gene Stevens and George Lucas. Wow, that is that is an amazing insight, Jordan. What happened? What's wrong?
George Lucas. George Lucas,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, George Lucas is here. But you
Stevie
left.
Spluglock.
Yeah. Well, that's Gene Stevens.
Oh, fuck, man.
What?
Oh.
Did you want to? Was he important to you?
Yes. I wanted to talk to him.
You liked Willow that much?
Oh, man, no Star Wars, man. He planned 25 fucking sagas. 25 fucking sagas.
Apparently with his eyes closed, like...
That was Willow, man. You could tell. It was all out of focus. And it's just, oh, my God. Willow? God, Willow was in Star Wars.
So you like Star Wars?
Yes.
So you would recommend that?
Yes.
Well, that's a great segue for... Recommendations.
Did he talk about me?
Yeah, he said something at the end. I don't know what it was because the band started playing.
Okay.
So
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll get him back right.
I don't know, man. I've got a really good one coming up. Let's
Okay.
just say
Let's see.
his name rhymes with Schnitt Harriman. All right, it's Kit Harington. He will come in next. Sorry, yeah,
The guy from Warhorse?
Yeah, no, the guy from 7 Days in Hell.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Andy Samberg?
I said Kit Harington.
Lena Dunham?
Oh, for fuck's sake, we'll have Lena Dunham one week too. As well.
You will.
All right, well, that brings us to the end of it. It being the podcast, the Not Another podcast. So we're going to talk about our recommendations, Jordan.
All right, I thought we were just ending there.
We're not ending it there. We have to give recommendations, and we're going overtime.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we spoke about fucking Game of Thrones, and it takes a long time to talk about that because there's
Good show.
more pages than the Bible. Oh, heaven is a place in Winterfell.
That's good.
Thank
That's
you.
Good.
Made it up just then. Go.
Smooth. I have a recommendation. It is a In a long line of American remakes, they have recently remade What We Do in the Shadows, which stars Matt Berry from the IT Crowd. As it's essentially, if anyone hasn't seen it, it's about 3 vampires living in a flat in New Zealand. That was the original movie, and now they've remade it into Americana, and it is it's just sorry.
What's wrong? Did you just come? He just came. You look down at your pants as well. I can't feel wetness.
So I'm just like, I always look at my largest organ. I'm just
like, fun fact. I actually just learned this recently. This is a well-known fact that when a man goes into operation and wakes up for the first time, they will check for their balls. Like it's like it happens like 99% of the time. That's the first thing they do when they wake up to see if it's okay.
Yeah, but anyway, because Jake doesn't want to add in clips, so just What We Do in the Shadows. Just watch it. You'll love it.
Yeah,
and,
I need to get that.
So watch it.
I want to start watching Cowboy Bebop, but all right. And my recommendation is a comedian called Henry Phillips.
You want to do that again?
I was gonna say Fenry Phillips again.
Oh God, he got
I'm fucking my names around.
It's already got my name around.
So yes, Henry Phillips. He is a comedian. He does things on YouTube. He has a few movies called Punching the Clown and Punching Henry Phillips. Henry Phillips.
Excellent movies, and, really well done.
So good, dude. But he also has a stand-up special called Neither Here Nor There, and he plays music. He's a great guitarist, and he's also just a great comedic writer in general. He's also got a YouTube thing called Henry's Kitchen, which is so the most awkward kitchen show ever. So yeah, definitely look up Henry Phillips. I once emailed that guy just to see when his movie would come out, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just talking to distributors now."
Warner Brothers is interested, but I don't know.
So yeah, that was that. So from there, I guess we just call
just
it.
Just watch comedy, man.
Yeah, just watch comedy. Dabble in it. Listen to us. We have now 10 other episodes you can listen to. Yeah. It's been Not Another Podcast. You can follow Jordan on Allbrand Stark on Instagram. You can follow me at Mr. J himself, and that is on Instagram. That is on Twitter. That is on YouTube. That is on
Pornhub.
Oh shit!
It's got the picture of the cock. That always adds.
Why did I create a username?
You know the one
on Pornhub like that. My mom's gonna find it.
She's like, I know, son.
I know about your sexuality.
Yeah, you do.
Don't touch my knee, Jordan. All right. And thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you, George Lucas.
Thank you, George Lucas, for dropping by. Thank you, Nathan Tomsick, for putting up with Jordan not recognizing faces.
I'm sorry, I didn't recognize him with his shirt on.
Shit.
Please, Nathan, we'll entertain you for the long summer months in America. July summer, right?
Yeah.
Long summer months, and once you come back, we'll smoke a doobie.
Why is it whenever you talk to him or about him, you talk about weed way too much? We'll smoke a doobie. I'll be high.
All right. Drunk. Maybe do some pills. I don't know. We'll see.
Pills. Maybe do some. Maybe do some meth.
Maybe.
Maybe stab a little heroin. I don't know.
Steal a kid's bike. I
heard ice is good. All right. That's been Not Another Podcast. Thanks for listening. And rock out.
Do you guys validate? The parking went over 2 hours, and I don't have cash on me. I'm land rich but cash poor. Hello? Anyone there? Hello? Okay. 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 Okay.